All right, here we are on reading 17 of Regarding the Fountain. Last time we were together, we heard about how Dee and Salamander went to the middle school and they were trying to cap off the water that was bubbling up, and they didn't do a very good job because we saw the emergency dispatch that the fire department had to come with all the flooding on the first floor. So let's read what's going on in the Dry Creek Gazette. The creek may be dry, but the gossip is juicy. Established 1897, May 25th, late edition. That means they've already come out with one today, but they're doing a special one, 35 cents. Special Dry Creek Days edition. Dry Creek Days all washed up? No way, students say. It's sad but true, Salamander said this morning, the first day of what should be Dry Creek Days. I'm afraid we're going to have to cancel the celebration this year. The reason? A broken water main in the Dry Creek Middle School. Don't worry, said Mander, smiling. We'll take care of everything. I've got Delbert Eel working on the problem even as we speak. Mander, who urged the disappointed crowd to run along home now, promised that next year's celebrations will be bigger and better than ever before. But some of the crowd refused to leave. One of those gathered, a 5th grade student at Dry Creek Middle School, tape recorded the spirited exchange between Mander and the angry mob. So here's Minnie's voice. We're not going anywhere, Miss Mander, until we tell the people of this town the truth about you and Mr. Eel. And then Gil says, That's right, we've spent all year researching the history of Dry Creek. And Lily says, You mean Spring Creek? Shelley says, Yeah, it's Spring Creek because the creek never dried up at all. You and Mr. Eel just made that up, so let's see where it continues. So you could, Salamander. Children, what fanciful imaginations you have. Why don't you prepare a play to perform for us next year during Dry Creek Days? Sam N. Actually, Miss Mander, the students have quite a drama to present this year. They've even written an opera to accompany it. Patty. Goldie Fish made costumes for us. Tad. And Florence came all this way to install the new drinking fountain. Walter R. New what? Minnie. I vote we proceed with the activities scheduled for Dry Creek Days. All the students say, Hear, hear. Gil. Let's meet at school tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. We'll tell the whole town the true history of Dry Creek. After that, Florence can unveil the new fountain she's designed for the school. Walter R. New fountain, but I don't have the paperwork for a new fountain. There can be no capital spending until I get the proper... Goldie F. Oh, put a lid on it, Wally. Walter R. Miss Fish. Reporter. Miss Waters, will the break in the water main affect your plans to install the new fountain? Florence. Oh, yes, indeed. Isn't it wonderful? And then we have another story here. So there's the angry crowd at the middle school. Here we have the Curl and Twirl to close this weekend. Oh no. Pearl Oster, owner of Pearl's Curl and Twirl, will retire this weekend, bringing an end to what she calls 30 years of bad hair days. In her earlier days as a beautician, Stir won countless awards for her special spring water shampoo and scalp treatments. Since the spring dried up, however, such services were not available. Moreover, Stir's clients have become increasingly dissatisfied with her ability to meet their hair care needs. And here's an ad for a going out of business sale. Pearl's Curl and Twirl. Everything must go. Curling irons, towel turbans, hairspray, brushes, combs, you name it, I'll sell it. Sorry I let you down, folks. Come in after Dry Creek Days and I'll give you a real good deal on anything in the shop. Pearl Oster. And then we have today's lunch special at the Dry Creek Cafe. This is Holly's famous beanie bacon soup served with crackers. Try our chocolate pudding for dessert. That's $2.95. And here we have a receipt from the Dry Creek florist. So this is date May 26th. Time is 10:10 a.m. The flowers are for Florence Waters, care of Dry Creek Inn, from Sam N. Oh my. He got her 24 tulips and he paid for delivery. So that's how much the tulips were plus the delivery. So $18 total. And he put this little note in there with the flowers. Happy Dry Creek days, Florence. May I escort you to the festivities? Sam. And they put a little stamp on it that said he paid the money for the flowers. Oh my. And now we have a libretto, The History of Dry Creek, a historical opera written and performed by the 5th grade class. So they're going to come in and they're going to sing the history of Dry Creek. I bet they're also playing their instruments too. Enter the chorus, animato, which means with animation. Hold on to your hats, folks. Don't move from your seats. We're about to tell you a tale of two cheats. You know who they are. You've seen both their faces. They've lived in this town, and for years they've disgraced us. Their names are familiar, Salamander and D'Eel. They're partners in crime and in companies that steal. Dee owns the water company, Sally owns the pool, but their real business is right here in this school. Here's how their scam works. Here's how they made all their dough. It's a little complicated, so we'll take it slow. So now they're moving into doloroso, which means sorrowful. It happened in May 30 years ago when people were still able to watch the creek flow. Those were the days when the water was free for drinking and swimming and making iced tea. Remember those happy days when folks always smiled and people who moved here came for the lifestyle? Well, we know two folks who came to this town with plans to make enough money to drown. What this town needs, they said, is a new middle school. Let us build it for you. We'll make it modern and cool. What they didn't tell us, what nobody knew, is that Sally and Delbert are crooks through and through. Oh, sure, they built a new school. Not a soul in town fussed. But when the school doors opened, the creek turned to dust. It wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't just fate. It was part of their plan, their plot of greed and hate. They built the new school on the source of the spring, and because of this, they owned everything. They capped off the spring, they rerouted the flow, they built pipes underground to move water just so. We had to pay Dee for water, we paid Sal to swim. There was no creek to play in, the whole town was grim. And now they're moving to a music that sounds allegro, gioso, quickly, merrily. But do not despair, ye citizens of Dry Creek. The past is behind us, and now a new day, a new week. Look to the fountain, look to the spring. There's water for swimming, fishing, drinking, washing, farming, shampooing, and everything. And it's free for the taking, unlike before, where D'Eel and Salamander tried to make us all poor. You see, they were smart, but we are the wiser. They thought it a spring. Well, we know it's a geyser. It's been said before that avarice makes evil, so we'll put it more simply. Greed made them weasels. But enough already. On the old days of Dry Creek, from this day forward, our town is Geyser Creek. Shout it from the mountaintops, yodel it in the Great Pyrenees. We hail from Geyser Creek. Call us Geyser Creekies. So that's the story of our favorite town. The ending is happy. There is no need to frown. But the tale's not over, nor our history complete, till we tell of a friend we've been privileged to meet. Dolcissimo, sweetly. Her name is Florence, and she's a friend of our school. She's built our new fountain, complete with a pool. But more important than that is the lesson she gives, not in the classroom, but in the way that she lives. It's a lesson best stated in words short and plain. What Flo taught us was this: the more you give, the more you gain. Perhaps Miss Salamander and the slimy D'Eel should ponder those words the next time they steal. But wait, pardon us, did we say next time? Oh no, not for those two. There will be no more crime. Now they're going to sing forte loudly. Enter the police, hark the siren wail. We have 2 new boarders for the Geyser Creek Jail. Enter the police. That's it, that's all. Our story is complete. Onward to the fountain, and then let's all go eat. Cool. Wow, that was a lot. Okay, next time we're going to get to read a search warrant from the new Geyser Creek County Court, not the Dry Creek County anymore. How fun. All right, we'll see you next time.